guys, it's Savannah. Today I wanted to pop on and tell you a quick story time and kind of a cautionary tale that inspired this Instagram reel that I made.
I was busy thinking about.
So normally when I have those kind of thoughts at night trying to fall asleep, it's just my anxiety taking over that I forgot something, and really none of it is ever true. But one time I did forget something on a dog, and it could have led to health issues. So I want to talk about that transparently today. Now, in the past, I have forgotten to trim nails on a dog's foot. The dog was misbehaving, so I just thought to myself, well, I'm just gonna leave it till last. And then I forgot to do that foot, so I just had to go back the next day and do the nails on the one foot. Another time when I worked at the kennel, I forgot to trim a whole paw on a dog, and it was a type of dog that it would be noticeable that I didn't groom that foot, so I have no idea how that went over my head. But this one particular time that inspired the reel that I made, I was grooming this little Pekingese, so he has longer drop ears, and he hates the dryer. Now, I've talked about this trick before on my YouTube channel, but for dogs that have ear infections, dryer seizures, that just don't like the dryer, scared puppies, I will use a happy hoodie on them. I'll try to insert a picture maybe somewhere. But I talk about happy hoodies a lot on my channel. I'll put a link somewhere to where you can buy happy hoodies, because I honestly swear by them for any groomer. But I will use a happy hoodie on the dog, but in certain situations where they really don't like the dryer, or I really want to ensure no water gets in their ears, etc., I'll also, this is a grooming trick, you put some of a cotton ball in their ear, and then I put the happy hoodie on, so it really muffles the sound and also keeps the cotton in. So this little Pekingese, I can't wait to groom him again. He's so cute. That's what I do on him. And usually after we are done with the dryer, I take the cotton out of his ears. So on this particular day, he was the last dog of the day. It was a Friday. I bring him inside. His parents are super nice, and they're a little bit older, so they often invite me in to chat a little bit after his groom. So I'll usually book him at the end of the day. So that's what we were doing. We were sitting at the kitchen table, just kind of talking. They paid me, and we were petting him. He was wandering around. He seemed totally normal. And then I left and went home for the night. So I went to bed like usual. I'm sleeping, no big deal. And all of a sudden I pop awake at 2 a.m. and I'm like, oh my God, did I forget the cotton in Jackson's ears? I don't know how I remembered that or why it happened like that. But then I couldn't sleep for the rest of the night, and I couldn't call them at 2 a.m. to check. So I anxiously stayed awake and waited until I think it was 8 a.m. because I felt like that was like a respectable time to call somebody. So I called them, and the wife picked up, and I was like, hey, this is Savannah with Pause and Relax. And she's like, yeah, I think I know why you're calling. And I was like, oh no, did Jackson still have cotton in his ears? And she's like, yeah, we were wondering what that was. After you left, he kept scratching at his ears, and then he shook his head and something flew out. So I had taken, I guess, the one cotton ball out, or maybe it had fallen out and they didn't notice. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I explained why the cotton was there, that he doesn't like the dryer. It also keeps water from getting in his ears, etc. And they're super nice and very understanding. So she's like, oh, like, thanks for calling. I'm glad it worked out. Like, she was really good about it. And in those type of situations, I feel like you just need to be honest, explain why you even did something in the first place, and that you're sorry you forgot. Mistakes happen. But I guess the cautionary part of this story is that if the dog would have continued to act normal and the cotton would have stayed in his ears and maybe it was stuck in there, it could really cause problems with ear infections and stuff. So that was definitely a life lesson for me, is to just really check over every dog before you give them back to their owner, because you never know what you might forget. And then kind of a bonus thing to this story is that the Friday when I got home, was the day that I took a pregnancy test and found out I was pregnant with Everly. So I don't know if it was super early baby brain that I forgot the cotton in his ears, or if it was just a case of the Fridays, or what it was. But yeah, that's what inspired that reel, and about a time that I actually did forget something and my night thoughts actually came true and were a reality. So yeah, thought you guys might enjoy that. I hope you guys take care, and I'll see you soon.